Hey guys, welcome to Car Paladin. Thanks for stopping by. If you haven't already, check out my website, carpaladin.com, for a bunch of car buying tips and tricks. Today we're going to be going over the most common car buying mistakes made by consumers. So the number one is going to be not shopping your trade-in. So that means going into the dealership blindly. Maybe you're just looking, you're like, hey, let me see what my trade-in is worth, and you just kind of take their word for it on the trade-in. There's a lot of websites you can use to get a good valuation of your trade-in. You don't want to spend all the time at a dealership just to get a trade evaluation and not be sure if it's a bad assessment or if it's far away from other offers you've gotten. You've really got to do the due diligence and take your car to CarMax. Go to other car buying websites, which have a video about as well, but just have a reference for what your trade-in is worth. You don't want to just take the dealership's word for it. That's a big portion of how they make a lot of their profit, is by holding on your trade-in. The sales manager will offer you $10K. It's really worth $12. That $2K difference goes toward the profit of the deal. Alrighty, guys. The second thing is not getting a pre-approval. Walking to the car dealership, negotiating with the dealer, and letting them dictate what interest rate you get. Finance guy is not going to turn his screen around for you and show you the actual callback from the bank and what the interest rate was. What they're going to do is mark it up 2 points depending on how the deal went down, or sell you a bunch of warranties, and the desk use that leg to show you a higher payment than what you really got. And the gap is a lot lower than what it should be. And what I mean is the payment that you agreed to wasn't actually the payment. It was marked up at a super high rate, and then when you got back into finance, he's bumping you maybe 10 or 15 bucks with all the coverage, but really it's a lot more than that. I go into all those details and how to figure all that stuff out on my website, carpaladin.com. Just check out the Gold Course. So you're going to want to get a pre-approval, so you've done your shopping beforehand. You know what interest rate you're going to get, and you know what amount you're approved for. You do your shopping based off of your approval. You don't go to a dealership and kind of hope you can buy a $70,000 truck. You get a pre-approval for $60K, or ask them how much you can get a pre-approval for, and then do your shopping based off that. All right, cool. My credit union says I'm pre-approved for $50K. Let me start looking at what I need, a truck that's 4x4 so I can go camping and fishing with my family. Let me start looking at $40,000 trucks. Then you do your shopping from there. That's the smart way to do it anyways. The third mistake is just looking. I know that sounds kind of weird, right? Just looking. I've had so many customers who told me, hey, I was just looking today, I had no intentions of buying, but here I am. And I just always would look at them, laugh. And that was always a sign that I was a really good sales guy. But I would just say, hey, I hear that all the time. Just looking is incredibly dangerous, because if you haven't got your pre-approval, if you haven't done your research on the trade-in, you're just having to rely too much on the dealership, and you don't want to rely on the dealership for anything. You don't want to rely on them for their approval. You don't want to rely on them to get you a good interest rate. You don't want to rely on them to get you a good deal for your trade-in. So it's just, unless you're a very seasoned negotiator, just looking typically is the best case scenario for a dealership. That is their dream scenario. You're just looking, you just happen to find the perfect truck, and then now the ball's in their field. So don't be just looking. Go shopping. Do your research online first. Get your pre-approval. Do your trade appraisal. Get your trade checked out on websites. Go to CarMax, whatever the case may be. Do all that kind of research first. Narrow down the best price you can find online. Then go to the dealership that's offering you the best price, etc. Avoid all the traps. It's just too much to go over in a short video, guys. Just go to carpaladin.com. One second, guys. And here's the fourth mistake customers are making, is they're not double checking the features before they purchase. What I mean is, a lot of times I've seen customers purchase the vehicle, they go through the whole deal, go through finance, and then maybe a week later I talk to them again, and they may say something like, yeah, I really wish this one had the trailer camera. I didn't really think about it. There's so many features nowadays on these vehicles. You have to do the research before you go shopping and make sure you check all the boxes, because the last thing you want to do is buy a car and then 6 months later realize it doesn't have the heating steering wheel that you just always think about every time you drive the car in the winter. So double check your features. Otherwise, you're going to have buyer's remorse. Always be double checking the features before you walk into finance. And then even after finance, and they deliver the car to you, before you leave the dealership, do one more final walk around, check the window sticker, make sure it's got everything you want on it, because you don't have to take that car if you never took delivery of the vehicle. And the last thing is going to be double checking the contract, specifically the purchase order. So many people leave dealerships not realizing they bought a bunch of warranties. The finance guy was super slick. He sold you a platinum plan. You assumed, like I said earlier, that your payment was one thing based off the numbers they showed you, but that payment was done at a super high rate. And then the finance guy got you a good rate and then just added a bunch of products to it. So yeah, you thought in your head, I was only paying $30 more and I was getting a platinum plan. That makes total sense. But why is there a $7,000 warranty in my contract? I mean, that's just basic, dealership tactic 101. But if you do a good job of going through your purchase order before you leave the finance office, you're going to catch all those little things. Hey, what's this? What's this maintenance plan? Why is it adding $3,000? What's this service contract? $5,500. I didn't agree to all this stuff. And then you check the total out the door balance in reference to the agreement that you guys had. So like whatever numbers are going to be on this sheet right here, which is typically, how dealerships negotiate with you at the very bottom line, reference that bottom line number, the out the door number. Is it the same as what I agree to with the salesperson, or is all this magic warranty stuff just got added in, and why is it $10,000 more now? You really got to do your due diligence, guys. Those just happen to be the 5 most common mistakes that I've seen over 10 years of being at car dealerships and working and being a manager that you could just avoid at all cost. Other than that, if you guys have any questions about car buying, just message me, leave a comment below. Definitely check out carpaladin.com if you haven't already. I have a full course on how to buy a vehicle, it just goes over every single detail, and it's extremely cheap. It's almost free. But I just enjoy making videos like this, so that's really why I do it. And I just like the idea of helping people out. Other than that, thanks for stopping by. And if you guys have any questions, please just leave a comment down below. Thanks.